Wyze headphones, are they worth it? I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody always asks the question, is the stuff on TikTok shop worth it? I bought these. They weren't sent to me. There's no dog in the fight here. But as somebody who's used Wyze products in the past, I've always been pleasantly surprised. Now, these are not any different. However, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody out here is comparing these to $200-$300 headphones. That's not fair. Also, they're full of shit. So, be honest. Wyze headphones, for what they cost when they're on sale, which they are now, check the link if you're interested, they're actually kind of worth the money that you spend on them. They fold up, they've got some decent stuff. Maybe they're not the most sturdy, but they're $60 fucking dollars, maybe $80 if you get them at full price. Don't pay full price. Now, that being said, how do they compare to headphones similarly priced? I know, Beats, they're a little bit more, but these were like $100 on sale. I got these for my kids. They definitely are too small for my big old ears, but sound quality wise, Beats are known to be bass forward, similar to what they say about the Wyze. They are over-the-ear headphones, which these are kind of on-ear headphones, not necessarily over-the-ear. These also have pretty small ear cups. I've got pretty small ears, so they kind of go over the ear, but a lot of people say maybe they're on-the-ear headphones. Now, real review. These have decent sound quality. They're not perfect for an audiophile. Somebody who's kind of an audio enthusiast, these are definitely doable, especially if you're going to use them in a gym. I use these in the gym today. I used them mowing the lawn the other day. They are decent quality, definitely tinny sounding. They do not sound like a $200 or $300 pair of headphones. Some people are saying, use these instead of, the Sonys or the Bose. They're not going to replace a Bose. Anybody who tells you they're going to replace a Bose and you're not going to notice the difference is full of shit. Noise canceling does work pretty well, but there are reviews out there where they say it cuts out. Transparency mode isn't perfect though, so that actually works in its favor that the transparency mode kind of sucks, because if it was better, similar to these, AirPods, the transparency mode would amplify the noise. Now, mowing the lawn, this thing cut out 3-4 times. Wasn't a huge deal. The transparency mode was kind of crappy. Still muffled it, so it wasn't super loud. I don't wear them for muffling. I don't wear them for safety purposes, so it's not a problem. But full honesty, full transparency. Now, as far as audio goes, these sound okay. If you're into R&B, you're into listening to podcasts, you want to watch a relatively, a comedy movie, something like that, they're going to be perfectly fine. You're into watching action movies, lots of explosions, lots of bass. You like metal music, some hard rock, some good shit, in my opinion. Not the headphones for you. They're very tinny. It's really hard to explain. So I'm going to do my best. I use a Hollyland lavalier microphone. I did a test up front. It seemed to work okay. I'm going to do some video here where I'm showing you kind of an audio comparison of the Wyze headphones versus the Beats. I think it's the most fair comparison that I can make because this is the closest price point pair that I have for a similarly designed headphone. Weight-wise, they're kind of similar. I mean, this is a $100 pair of headphones. It has an aluminum hinge versus a $70, $80, $90 pair of headphones with a plastic hinge. It feels good though. They're comfortable. Too soft, I believe. I've experienced these. If you're familiar with like J-Labs, everybody says, oh, this pleather is amazing. It's super soft. It is. It's great. It's fantastic. Till you sweat on it for about a month, and then it starts to crack, and then it starts to break, and then it just falls off, and then you're just left with the foam. That being said, I think you can get replacement ear cups. They're probably not horribly expensive. If you can't, I mean, even if they last you 6 months, it's a pretty decent value. So yeah, let's get into the audio. But up front, I'm going to tell you flat out, if you're expecting these to replace a pair of Bose, you're full of it. You don't trust what you hear online, people. Don't trust what you hear online. These are good headphones. They are not Bose headphones. They are not Sony headphones. They are not for the audiophile. It doesn't matter if you plug it in or if you use Bluetooth, which, by the way, you can't use a USB-C connection plug to plug it in. It goes to the Bose on that one. You can charge them, and you can use that USB-C from your device at the same time. So that goes here versus here, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't have a 3.5mm jack in any of my devices anymore. So I have to use a special dongle for that. It goes against this too. Anyways, let's get into some audio.
your mind and you're thinking the devil is making the crime of the people are evil and never know demon design is the opposite of a divine. No! The hell is in front of you, setting behind. I can feel every sign of a human decline. Believing the time is upon us when all of our people are blind. Yo! Rain, saw it falling from a tower's dead plane. Head bang, Mandalay Bay Hotel out of lead cane. Rain, saw it falling from a tower's dead plane. Head bang, Mandalay Bay Hotel out of lead cane. Sex change could get you caught up in death's range. He played sane, but really imitating Ed Gein. How do we get this right? Nigga, that shit to say when I get this way. Having a fit today, so you wanna make a bitch today. My son's mom, when God, it was really wrong. I thought it was gone. The vomit, searching for my son, but I didn't go John Muhammad. So the devil's right here, on this level white tears. Cause when rebels ready to pop the heavy metal, why fear? Abomination, they've been faking, consecration, hating, wasting education. Got the killer when the killer gotta chase him. Go! Abomination, they've been faking, consecration, hating, wasting education. Got the killer when the killer gotta chase him. Go!
Alright, so final thoughts. I already kind of said it. They're good headphones. The Wyze headphones, if you're interested, if you're not a big audiophile, you're not listening to heavy bass music, you're not listening to, drum and bass, heavy metal, that type of music, they're going to do for you just fine. If you are into that kind of music, definitely recommend going up to something different. They aren't going to replace these in the gym for me right now. I'd like a pair of over-the-ear headphones that do replace these, because these always feel like they're going to fall out. I know people fucking run miles and marathons in them, but I don't know, maybe it's just my little ears, but they fall out. Or at least they feel like they're going to constantly adjust and mess and fiddle in. I don't like it. Anyways, Wyze headphones, I put a link here. If you're interested in buying them, they're good headphones for what they're priced for, but just don't think you're getting a $600 pair of headphones for $60. Wyze products are phenomenal for their price range, and that's the caveat. For their price range.